So in preparation for Mental Health Awareness Week 2021, I thought it worth doing a video on climate anxiety, my motivations for posting on social media, and the intent of the posts that I make. So yeah, let's get into it. Yeah, so one of the first points to discuss is climate anxiety. So a lot of people will be very anxious about the climate. You know, we've known about this since the 80s, and still we've not been able to do anything, have any real impact, and I think there's a lot of culprits in that. And yeah, I think there's a great deal of blame placed on the individual, and I don't think that's right. I think 71% of global emissions are courtesy of about 100 or courtesy of the top 100 companies involved. So yeah, I think there's a lot that big companies and stuff have to answer for, but I can't really do a lot about that as an individual. And the thing that gives me some sort of anxiety is the fact that I don't have control or power over that. That frustrates me a little bit. So I have to deal with it and live with it in my own way. And my way is to try and break things down into as small an action as I can possibly create. So I try and take all the things that they say on a global stage, like about the climate targets and all the great things that are going on, because there is a lot of really good things going on, some bad things as well, but either way you kind of have to take what they say on the news articles and everywhere else and break them down into as small an action as you can personally do. So yeah, I think that's my way of coping with that anxiety. But the reason for doing the social media is because it's a public way of, you know, getting myself motivated and being held accountable to do the research. And I'm at a point in my life where I'm able to spend the time to do that, so that's good. You know, acknowledging that other people don't have that time means that I kind of wanted to share what I have been finding out with others, so they maybe don't need to spend as much time looking through all those things, and especially with sharing it with friends and family and stuff, which is kind of the network of followers following the channels right now. People should feel free to reach out to me and tell me about things that they've discovered, or to question the things that I've been saying or putting out there in posts, and to generally start the conversation, which is really what I want. And that kind of leads on to the last point that I want to cover in this is what is the intent of the posts. So the posts, and hopefully it comes across this way, is the posts were not meant to be negative. They were meant to be positive, things that you can do. So always asking the question, what can I do? And then just kind of putting it out there is that you could do that too. And I want to emphasize the word could, because especially with given the lockdown, there's kind of this thing of toxic productivity where we're kind of always expected to be doing something. You know, you're working really hard, being uber productive, or you're being lazy, and there's like no middle ground, which is not the case. Obviously, there's that relaxing and downtime is really important for your mental health and being able to switch off from work or the outside world. You need that little safe space of your own. So my intention was that my post would be almost like an ideas list. It's like a well drawn out brainstorm activity where we're coming up with a menu of things that we could do, and then people are picking and choosing based on what they think would suit their lifestyle. And some of the actions are easy to get started on, whether it comes to how you do your weekly shop, or just using less electricity, or just remembering, I don't know, putting a jumper on instead of, or turning the heating down by 1 degree to make that difference. But I think the biggest impacts we have is in what they call scope 3, which is upstream and downstream. So the things that we buy and or purchase, and we contribute in that way. So there's a lot of work in that area, but I know it doesn't always suit everybody. And the last thing I'd want regarding people's mental health is for them to feel that pressure to do something all the time. It shouldn't ever really be that way. It suits me to do a lot of activities because of where I am in life. But a lot of people have different situations going on at home, and we all have to recognise that. So our capacity for some people is different, and we absolutely have to recognise that, and that's fine. So as I say, my posts are hopefully conversation starter. They're a menu of things that you could pick from if you want to. I think it was just the fact that I wasn't seeing a lot of ideas out there. I wasn't seeing a lot of spreading the personal action aspect of climate action that kind of provoked me to start the channel. And the intent of my posts is to be as localized as possible and to be as positive as possible. I can do this, I can take control, and give people that sense of empowerment that we all need. We all need that sense of empowerment in order to feel purposeful and meaningful. And so yeah, that's the intent. That's the intent of what I do. And you guys can call me up on that if at any point you don't think that's what's happening with the posts. So yeah, I'll leave it there. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to follow, like, subscribe, share, all the buzzwords for social media posts. But also don't forget to comment and start a conversation. I think that's some of the hardest things with mental health in general, is just starting the conversation. But there's also that element with climate change and climate anxiety about how does one approach a conversation with another person. So I've not personally bridged that gap yet. I mean, social media is not a direct conversation, but I'm hoping that it would spark some of those direct conversations. So if people have started them, would like to start them with me, then I'm incredibly open to that. So yeah, reach out if you want to, and yeah, just try and be at your best, really. So yeah, this is our world. Thanks for watching.